Okay, good afternoon. This press conference will be somewhat informal. I am Brian Irving, Vice Chair of the Libertarian Party of North Carolina. I'm also acting press secretary, and we're here this afternoon to meet and greet some of our Libertarian candidates in the 2016 election, which I'll introduce now. Our first candidate is Sean Haw, who is running for United States Senate. We have Lon Cecil, who's our candidate for governor. J.J. Summerall is our state party chair. Rob Rose is candidate for North Carolina House 37. And Brad Hessel is a candidate for North Carolina Senate 15. I myself am a candidate for North Carolina House 36. With that, I would like to turn the microphone over to Sean, Mr. Haw, to make a brief statement.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm Sean Haw, running as a Libertarian for U.S. Senate in North Carolina in 2016. And I did run 2 years ago in 2014. And the reason why I'm running again is that 2 years later, all of the same themes that I was talking about have only gotten worse. I'm going to base my campaign again about the themes of stopping all war, and to stop spending more money than we have. And war and violence have grown unchecked over the last couple of years, and I just felt it was really important to be in this race, to be a voice for peace and prosperity instead of perpetual war and endless debt. And I have to say, it's a fantastic year to be a Libertarian on the ballot now in 2016, because our message has really started to penetrate and become mainstream. People are realizing that Libertarians have been talking sense all along. We have an amazing breadth of candidates who will be talking about all kinds of different issues, but we're all united on the same theme, which is basically don't hit people and don't take their stuff, and otherwise you should be free to live your life as you see fit. And we believe that this is the best way for a prosperous and happy society. So as I put it in my opening statement video on YouTube, I want government to do very few things and do those things very well. So you're going to hear a lot of different kinds of libertarian voices over the course of the next several months. But like I said, we're all united on that one issue of maximum liberty for people at every level of government. And I would like to go ahead and hand the mic over now to our candidate for governor, Lon Cecil.
Thank you. My name is Lon Cecil. I'm running for governor of North Carolina in 2016. I'm a Libertarian, and I wish to primarily consider the economic factors that we have here in North Carolina, the jobs that have all disappeared. We need for people to be able to work, pay for, and support their families, and not be depending on having to get some handout from the government temporarily just to keep them in shelter. I also want a lot of freedom for our citizens, and that comes back to individual choice. The many wars that our government has declared at this point, war on drugs, war on education, war on anything, including taxpayer and middle class, are beginning to wear very thin. Currently, the only thing the government seems to be good at is coming up with new taxes and additional restrictions. Again, my name is Lon Cecil, and my website is electcecil.org, where you can see a wide range of information on the libertarian positions.
Yeah, now I should have done this earlier. I'll give our state chair, J.J. Summerall, a few minutes to speak, and then we'll continue with the candidates.
I'll be brief, but wanted to express our appreciation for everyone being here and for listening to the Libertarian Party. As Sean alluded to, our umbrella is getting larger and larger. All different types of race, creeds, and colors, nationalities coming into the party. People starting to understand our message and how it relates to our state and national situation right now. And now the Wake County candidates.
In Wake County, we're doing something unique. We have a total of 7 candidates running for the General Assembly, and we're trying to run a joint campaign because in many of the cases, the seats that we're running for have been unopposed or weakly opposed by one of the two establishment parties, and in just about all the cases, the parties are the districts are heavily gerrymandered to elect one of the two establishment parties. So we're standing for election in 2016 for the General Assembly because we believe in the people of North Carolina. We believe in their spirit, their integrity, and their compassion. And our state's a place where individuals can succeed through voluntary social cooperation, solving our most critical challenges through free market innovation with dignity, respect, and understanding. Libertarians understand that concept, and we're very proud of the way our neighbors help neighbors, and families encourage families, and people are strengthened when they come together with mutual respect and understanding. At the same time, we celebrate our sacrifice for freedom and liberty, and we welcome diversity and change, especially the dignity of all individuals. Unfortunately, government too often stifles innovation through regulation, subverts compassion through bureaucracy, and suppresses achievement through economic manipulation. This limits the potential to work together voluntarily to achieve shared success and for each person to live for their individual fulfillment. We believe that government should never stand in the way. Government at any level should never stand in the way, stand as obstacles to the people of North Carolina who can be, and who can achieve unlimited. And with that, I'll turn the microphone back over to our other two candidates here from Wake County.
Hello, my name is Robert Rose, and I'm running to be your representative in North Carolina District 37 of the House. I've lived in Wake County since 1979. I've lived in Apex since 1984. I'm a retired IBMer, and I'm currently working part-time as an IT specialist. I'm a very detail-oriented person. I'm very thoughtful, and I think I'm pretty open-minded. If elected, I'd like to focus on the areas of K through 12 education, particularly teacher compensation and school choice. And I will work with legislators from all parties who are promoting bills that whose impact will be a smaller, more effective North Carolina state government. Again, my name is Robert Rose, and I'd appreciate your vote in November.
Thanks, Rob. Greetings. I'm Brad Hessel, Libertarian candidate for Senate District 15. And I'll say right off that I'm not a polished professional politician. My last campaign was for student council back freshman year of college. But the thing is, I've just gotten so frustrated with the way things have been going and so concerned about the future of my kids that I just couldn't stand by and watch the parade. And it seems to me that's exactly what we've been viewing, a parade of well-meaning politicians who come to Raleigh, stumble around, find a supposed problem or another that they just can't resist meddling with folks to fix. And it seems to me that both the Democrats and the Republicans are addicted to meddling in folks' lives way beyond what's reasonable. The Democrats know how to spend your money better than you do, and the Republicans know how you should live your life better than you do. And they're not in this alone. There's a lot of corporate money being spent to influence the outcome of governmental decisions. This happens because we've overburdened our government with power and responsibility that it was not designed to handle. I have no illusions that we can just wave some magic wand and make everything all better. It's taken us over 100 years to dig ourselves into this hole, and it will certainly take years to climb back out. But if I'm elected, there will be at least one voice in the General Assembly calling for us to stop digging, and for you to keep and decide how to spend your own money, and for you to be able to make your own decisions about how to live your life. Once again, I'm Brad Hessel, Senate 15, in Wake County, and I'm on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.
Well, that's it. Do you have any questions?
like to add one thing if I could.
Okay, we have an addendum.
Well, I would, just because Brad brought up a lot of things that I'll be talking about too on the campaign trail that are near and dear to my heart that the Libertarian Party represents, is that we're regular working people. We're not part of the political class. We're not professional politicians in any way. And I am very gratified that this is becoming more and more appealing to people all the time. That being elected to office now, I think, would be a black mark on your record, considering what they've done. So we're very happy to be here united to present something different to people, something, because we're living in the real world, not underneath some little dome in Washington or Raleigh. And so by us being on the ballot, we're able to give regular working people a voice in this election in November. So I'm just very excited to be on this ticket with all these regular working folks like myself.
Well, that's it. If there are any questions, that concludes the press conference. And appreciate your participation. Thank you very much.
North Carolina Channel is made possible by the financial contributions of viewers like you who support the UNC TV network.